Mike, it's usually the
Ah!
yeah.
Sorry.
You did the wrong person. Sucker.
Dude. Hi, everybody. Welcome. It is Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Here on Indigo Chameleon, and it's time to play a little D&D. We are so happy that you could join us tonight. Let me go ahead and fix that. Put the dice roller back up. Wolfgren D&D, you just subscribed for 34 months in a row. You've unlocked the secret bonus stream that I've been doing for 34 months, and no one has watched. So
What about me? 35?
35? Meowdith, you get the other secret bonus stream that I've been doing, which is just me reading Peter Pan over and over again, but using silly voices. Hi, everybody. So it's been a hot minute since we got to hang out with the Unbroken Veil crew. We've got a new face that's joining us tonight in that of Magnoth, and what a beautiful face it is. And sadly, we are missing Indigo Chameleon tonight. She's taking the night off to rest, which is very good. So was our wonderful Icky V. Nitro. Look at all the subscriptions. Y'all started a hype train? All aboard. I never know what it means, and I don't know how to activate them, but it always makes me happy. Yeah, we have a limited time to earn exclusive emotes. So yeah, do that, please. Earn emotes. They're good for you. Lots of protein. We've got a few announcements before we get started with tonight's game. We've got a Discord. Come and join us on the Discord. There's lots of... thanks, Wolfgren. Look at all that yummy emotes that we all get to enjoy. We have a Discord. You can come hang out there. We also have a merch store. You can get cool stuff in the merch store, like t-shirts and mugs and all sorts of cool stuff to celebrate the coolest little non-binary serpent god around, which is Karma. Thank you so much for supporting us. Upcoming schedule for this week. Today is Wednesday. This is our Unbroken Veil New Orleans. On Sunday, we have another episode of Strahd Sucks, an irreverent romp through Barovia, where currently the heroes are taking on Death House. But so far in this season of Strahd Sucks, the group has played beer pong with the Vistani. We've had a super cool Strahd claymation episode to celebrate the holidays. And a few adventurers have set up Barovia's very first tiki bar. Called Barovia Beach, where you can get cool festive drinks at the Barovia Beach. So it's not your normal take on stuff like that. So yeah, Wolf, thanks for the gifts. Check out the cool stuff that we got going on there. Not only do we do cool stuff here, but we also surround ourselves with individuals that are doing cool stuff, including Magnoth, Father Patrick. Normally people can check you out on Thursdays for Drunken Dragons.
Yeah.
Not
for Drunken Dragons over on Classy F and Gamers. Yeah.
But not this Thursday. But
this Thursday.
Any other subsequent Thursday.
Every other Thursday except for the one that you decided to point it out. Yes.
Great. I love this for me. So please tune in for that. Hi, Beth. Hi, Minnie B. I love you both. Thank you for hanging out in the chat with us. Not only that, but you can go catch Wolfgren. Wolfgren, pal, where can people check out the cool stuff that you're doing?
Well, for the last few days, I've been working, and so I haven't been able to do the stream. But I'll be back tomorrow on my 90-day Beat Saber weight loss challenge, and over at Wolfgaren D&D, and starting 7:30 in the morning Mountain Time, swinging those sexy sabers up on the platform, and just having a lot of fun. You guys are more than welcome to join us.
Big Mike,
Tell
what's
me
that?
more about those sexy sabers. I'm very interested in the sexy sabers, personally. Actually, my favorite sports game.
It's when they're swinging that you really gotta.
Move on.
That's when I hear they score most. Is when they're
Move
swinging.
on.
Yes, they score most when they are swinging.
I
Keep
want
those sexy
to
sabers swinging up on the platform, and yeah.
I want to temper expectations a bit. It is not the sabers that. Moving on. Welcome.
These are not the sabers that you think.
Welcome to Indigo Chameleon and the Unbroken Veil New Orleans. It's pretty great. When last we left our heroes, they were taking on a pretty gnarly challenge, that of a neighborhood that was suspected to have been taken over by a ghostly presence. Luckily, though, the group fought pretty valiantly and discovered this sort of undergoing mystery that was surrounding the homes in the area, defeating a smart house, a demonic playground, a water weird, and some other strange goings on. A family of Yunti that were eating passerby and things of that sort. So the group has started to develop a little name for themselves. I never say dice, lurking and working. We love you, lurk away. So we find ourselves a couple of weeks after the events taking place in New Orleans. I want to know what you did with your downtime. Let's start with you, Meowdeth. What did Exo do with her couple of weeks of downtime?
Well, first she took herself off mute, and then she tried to hang out with some of her friends to do some body modifications, to do a couple little add-ons here and there. The tech isn't really where she wants it quite yet. She was looking for one of those IM plants that lets you see like you're playing Pokemon Go or like Pumpkin Bloom or something, and the world has an overlay, but it's not there yet.
I'll tell you what, give me a D100. You've started experimenting with some of the techs in the area and things of that sort. So while it may not be the exact modification that you want, let's see how close you got.
Okay, bet. Let's hit that 100 for you. Looks like a 35.
A 35. So you were hoping to get an overlay for your eye that allowed you to see, like, sort of the world that exists on top of the other world. But unfortunately, you're not able to do that. What you are able to do is to see the game Angry Birds overlaid on top of the world as a whole. And it's a little confusing at times, and that's what you get for kind of buying something like on the cheap. It's like, apparently the tech guy that bought all this stuff from Wish,
He got it on Hope.
Yeah, Hope. Yeah,
You went there. Okay,
I went there.
I went for the Wish off-brand. All right, no, we're here. We're
Fantasy
here.
Brand Wish.
Fantasy Wish. Which is how. Yeah. So you get this little overlay. That's perfect though. What did Martin do with his time off?
Well, nothing exciting, I'll tell you that. Other than I did try to work on a new filing system for some of the apothecary stuff. It did not go over well.
What was the new filing system?
So they were doing alphabetical,
Okay.
but I wanted to do by color because it was much more. It looked much better on the shelf.
For the spell
that
components?
Yeah, it looked great, but no.
After the first few spells didn't kick off because the wrong dust was used or something along those lines.
If they had read the label and used the color coding system, it would have been fine.
Right.
But
that happens.
They expected alphabetical.
That happens. Zach, how about you, pal? What'd you do with your 2 weeks off?
Zach spent quite a bit of time in the Underdark, specifically hanging around Rasputin's gang.
Okay.
Checking in with them. He tried to work with the Fae a little bit, but they would not give him the time of day. He's just trying to regain a little bit of favor, but that wasn't really successful.
Tell you what, pal, give me a persuasion check. This will just be how tight you got in with the gang, Rasputin's gang.
Ooh. Yeah, that's really good. That's a nat 1 plus 1.
Nat 1 plus 1. You spent so much time trying to get it along with the Fae that Rasputin was like, maybe there's a spy or something. Like, I'm not sure where this person is trying to do. Zach, come on, be better. So your relationship with Rasputin and the rest of the necromancers is taking a bit of a hit. But you're looking good. You've spent enough time around them that all of your wounds and things of that sort have sort of been closed, and you're doing great. Wolfgren, tell me a little bit about what's going on with Noah.
Well, Noah, of course, has had 2-a-days practices and everything. His personal trainer actually came up and started working out and goes, you've got strength and everything. We need to work on your dexterity a little bit. So he started a ballet class, and so he's now taking ballet.
Whoa!
And, he's trying to get a little bit of that grace, movement, and his speed and his strength and everything.
I'm great with this. Give me an acrobatics check.
Let's do that. Well, it's a 12. And so, as you can tell, he's only stepped on one 6-year-old so far. But
Oh my gosh, it's a children's ballet class?
well, he had to start somewhere.
Yes, absolutely he
Oh
did.
my god.
This is very good for me. And the
Imagery alone.
the pro football player in a children's ballet class is the next Disney movie starring, Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
The hardest part of it was finding the right size tutu. I mean, it was a challenge.
This is very good. Thank you, Noah. So all of you find yourselves on this day actually receiving a text on the group text asking if you can come to the apothecary, Camelot's Concoctions. It's an urgent text from Noah. It's got about 16 or 17 exclamation points. Noah, you're summoning everybody because your dad, Neil, reached out to you. Once your group has started to gain a little bit of notoriety, just in the fact that you don't have any super big enemies of all the major players in the area. The Fae aren't too happy with Zach, but who doesn't the Fae, have a little bit of a grudge against, to be honest. But the fact that you all are able to move within these circles and actually get things done with no real affiliation nor real negative to a lot of the major players, including the vampires in the area, is a huge, huge bucket of win. Because of that, you've actually been reached out to by the Gith Yankee and the Gith Zerai. Noah, you don't know much about it other than your father asking you all to sit at a particular table at a particular time and that he would meet up with you.
Excellent. Now I'll have that information texted out. And are we close to that time now?
Absolutely. Noah, Zach, Exo, and Martin, you convene at the table, enjoying some drinks and things of that sort. When one of you would probably be the first one to notice the teleportation circle that has been drawn in chalk underneath the table. At a certain moment, at the exact time that his father said he would meet you, all four of you find yourselves transported away from this to a building with a glass dome. And as you look out and up, you actually see one of the strangest sights that any of you have ever seen. You see the Earth. Far away in the distance. As you look about you, you are enclosed within a very large space, almost a clear, translucent glass bubble of sorts, with gray, rocky landscape and terrain around you, with the table in this space with who appears to be Neil Sorensen walking over towards you, Noah, as you find yourselves, of all places, the moon. Enclosed in this sort of bubble for the time being. Exo, you still have 5 bars.
Noah jumps up from the table and rushes over to Pop and goes to embrace him.
Neil braces himself and knowing what is to come, still very happily reaches out, but you see him sort of brace his core for a second as Noah sweeps him up into a giant bear hug. You feel your father's back crack as he goes, "Oh, that's good."
He also attempts a pirouette while he's doing it.
Oh, the ballet classes. I'm so glad that Mrs. Patterson was able to help you out and get you in. I'm so sorry that it was just a kids class again, Noah. I tried really hard to get you into.
The kids are great, man. We're having a great time and everything. I could actually toss them in the air so far. They think it's amazing.
Noah, no. We don't throw children in the air. We talked about this, and I must emphasize again. You do not need to wear a tutu. So and Miss Patterson has said explicitly. So that's just something to keep in mind.
Noah looks down to see if he's still wearing his tutu. He's not.
He's not. Neil Sorensen looks at the group and says, "I'm terribly sorry. I know this is a bit of a shock, but there's no real way to get you here. And so if you need to take a moment to just sort of acclimate to your surroundings, I assure you that the air is oxygen and that individuals, Earth and their rudimentary technology will not be able to spot you all through the bubble. So, but please take a few moments." And Neil just sort of backs up, sort of expectantly looking at his watch and just sort of tapping it and nervously rubbing his hands together.
Exo's gonna turn GPS on and open a location device like maps or something like that, just to
Okay.
see what shows up.
Um. Yeah. um.
Because excuse me,
It,
what the what?
it doesn't. It has a hard time registering the location. It's almost like it's cycling through different places. Give me a technology roll. Plug into AI or Al, your patron, a little bit to see if he can give you, um, uh,
You want an int check?
yes, just an int check, for me.
Hexo got nothing, and neither does Al.
You reach out to Al, your patron, and you're kind of looking at the map feature, and Al sends you a GIF, and it's Zach Galifianakis from Hangover with the numbers flashing above their head, like the confused, like I have no idea, like
Okay.
where you are, and it's like and you see another one that's like, look at the moon, it's just sort of pointing up at the sky and things of that sort.
So while they're doing that, I'm gonna go over to Zach and like hand him my phone and have him take like a series of pictures where I'm like holding the Earth, hugging the Earth, and then like blowing a kiss at the Earth. All kinds of like a series of maybe like 10, 15 photos with the Earth.
Pinching
Yeah,
the
making
Earth.
sure the lighting's great and making sure this is happening.
Zach, it's very Instagrammable. All these photos that you take, no one will ever believe you, but you notice that Neil is just sort of tapping his foot and just says, "Take your time. Really, it's fun."
Like after the 15th one, I'll be like, okay.
So is in this bubble, is there a floor, or are we just
you're on
suspended
moon
in space?
rock? So you're actually on the
okay.
solid ground of the moon, and things of that sort. But it's this odd. Off in the distance, if anybody wants to give me perception checks to see if you can notice things around the area, like you're welcome to do so.
I need to know gravity-wise. What's gravity like right now?
Gravity is way less than it is on Earth. Like Noah, you take a few little leaps and jumps.
Oh, he
and
doesn't
things of
take
that
a
sort.
few little leaps and jumps, man.
Yeah,
He's doing
Noah's
all
like
week
moon bouncing.
three.
He's pirouetting
week 3
across the surface of the moon, isn't he?
Yeah.
He is. All week 3 lessons of ballet is being
He's doing
done.
very large man grand jetés across the dusty surface of the moon. It's great for me. The image is fantastic.
Zach and Martin, you don't notice any buildings on the surface, which is a tad concerning. But I will say that occasionally, every few feet or so, because you are perceptive boys, you will notice some hatches that lead inside the moon itself. That are disguised to look like rocks, but one of them is open. But now that you can recognize it, you see that these individuals, the Githzerai and the Githyanki, must have been utilizing this as a meeting place for years and years and years and years and years, but without having sort of any buildings on the surface. Neil takes a step forward and goes, I hate to impose on anyone, and in fact it gives me ulcers, but I do need to talk to the group about why I've invited you here today.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, perfect. And he starts heading over towards one of the hatches. As he does, he walks and talks. You see that he is used to this sort of gravity and just does little hops and things of that sort, but immediately just starts walking and talking, expecting the group to follow along with him. Nervously looking at his watch and things of that sort, and he goes, I know that you are vaguely familiar with the Githzerai and the Githyanki. Thank you, Indigo Gma. Everybody, it's Indigo Gma's birthday today.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to you. Woo.
Yeah, happiest of birthdays, Indigo Gma. We love you very much.
Hugs.
As you begin to move over towards the little hatch, he begins to come down. He goes, I know you're vaguely familiar with the Githzerai and the Githyanki. We are warring factions and have just reached a stability of peace of sorts. However, these peace treaties and peace talks actually have to be renewed every 20 years or so. The last peace talks that were supposed to take place abruptly were sort of pushed back a bit due to an unfortunate incident. And the reason I brought you here today is they've been rescheduled to about a week from today, and that's why I've brought you here. As he begins to climb down this little ladder, speaking to you all, you see that he leads you into these corridors that look very uniform and very governmental. White white lined walls, linoleum on the floor, and things of that sort. You see individuals walking about the space, some humanoid, but some fully adapting their Gith Zerai and Gith Yonki appearance with the green skin, sort of pointed features and things of that sort. Noah, you're having to stoop a little bit, as these hallways were not accommodated for someone of your size and stature. You get a few looks as he begins to walk forward into the space, and he's just sort of walking and navigating hallways. He goes, 7 years ago, the peace talks were supposed to take place, but unfortunately, we needed a centerpiece. Every year there's a centerpiece. This one was a chalice. Both sides sort of coming forward and imbuing a large amount of resources into this particular magical artifact. The artifact is a advanced form of the sanctuary spell, if you're familiar with it, and just basically creates a dome of protection where violence cannot occur. It was symbolic, really, but also incredibly valuable, and it was stolen from us. And he turns into a room, unlocks it with typing into it, and points to an individual that is locked in a cell. 2 guards stand at the ready, and as Neil walks in, he nods to them. The 2 guards leave, and Neil points to the man in the cell. It was stolen by this individual right here. Magnoth, would you like to introduce your character?
Father Patrick is probably leaning up against the wall, arms crossed, just kind of like expecting, a much bigger show than he thinks is deserved. Like very expected, like black cassock, white collar, black shoes. It's a very simple outfit. Bright red hair. It's a little scraggly because they don't let him cut it in here, but yeah.
His name is Father Patrick.
He stole it?
And he will sort of nod over at you, Father Patrick.
Allegedly, I stole it, but,
So
Why would he
bring it
steal?
back and we're good, right?
Patrick is a tough nut to crack. I've enjoyed spending time with Patrick, playing odd games of chess and having bits of conversation. And you are here, and he closes the door and locks it, because they are going to kill him. And I believe that Father Patrick still has a great deal of light to lend to this world, and currently Father Patrick is the only one that knows the whereabouts of the cup. So, he and I have made an arrangement. You will escort Father Patrick to the cup's whereabouts. You have 7 days. You will keep an eye on him. You will go to the city. You will retrieve it so that the peace talks can take place, and 2 warring nations do not go to war on the planet Earth and above the planet Earth, causing massive destruction at both places.
Is he a flight risk?
He looks over at him and he goes, he is more than he seems. He's intelligent, and he's crafty, and very tight-lipped.
Well, if he's not talking, will you? What do you know about him?
He will look over at Father Patrick and say, give Father Patrick a chance to speak, as he is wont to do, as he takes his glasses off and just
Put
sort
her
of
hands at her chin and just watch.
takes his glasses off. Neil takes his glasses off and tries to clean them on his shirt a little bit. He's not able to find a patch of shirt, so he instinctively reaches over to Noah's shirt without asking and just cleans his glasses, as he did all throughout Noah's childhood, as he gestures to Father Patrick.
No, Neil. By all means, go ahead and tell him all about me. Whatever you'd like.
Father Patrick is old. Much older. It's true. If you're going to let me speak, you have to allow for me.
You're right, I did. Okay, continue.
I'm not good at this. If you want me to make things, I can make things, but
How?
I'm not sure. I'm not even sure where Father Patrick's power comes from, other than it comes from a divine source. I don't know why he stole the cup, but I know this as well. Throughout our conversations, Patrick has displayed himself to be a good man. despite his best intentions and his actions showing otherwise.
So have you known Father Patrick for a while?
I've known him for as long as he's been in this jail cell, which is the past 7 years. How Father Patrick was able to walk in to a crowded space filled with dignitaries and steal the cup in front of everyone's noses without getting caught and manage to escape back to Earth eludes even the best of us here. But nevertheless, here we are. Retrieve the cup. We can pay you a healthy stipend as independent contractors. You will earn a boon from the Githzerai and the Githyanki, and we will be in your debt when it comes to favors requested. I have also, upon the armory, can fashion you some weapons suitable once you return, or bits of armor, as it were. Father Patrick will be returned to his jail cell, where with a mitigated sentence.
How long is his original sentence?
30 years.
He served 7.
Okay.
So, Father Patrick, how motivated are you for this? I mean, because my coaching staff, they tell me you got to be motivated, like put in 100% and things of that nature. And you just got to, sometimes you got to take one for the team too. I don't know are we team? What's going on here?
I'm super motivated. 130%.
What's your motivation?
What's yours?
I want to put a chip in the back of your neck like a kitten.
Oh, all right. You know, I heard they do that in a story.
So, I mean, you said allegedly, but why'd you take it?
I didn't take it.
Oh, who did?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, that's good enough for me. He sounds like a good guy. Let's do this.
But you know where it is.
Patty Catty, I see you and I love you. Thank you.
Aww.
I have an idea. It's on Earth.
Excellent. Let's go to Earth.
7 days, please. I am going to. Not all of the members of both sides of this are completely on board with this sort of plan, and by not on board with this plan, I mean they don't know that it's happening. The most I can buy you is 7 days. All right. Neil walks over to the.
I'm very surprised at you, Neil. I'm impressed.
Don't be impressed yet. And Neil will open the jail cell. And as he does, he will go over towards his watch, which he has been fiddling with, and look over at you, Patrick, and say, "You're a good man. You may not believe it, but I believe it." And Neil looks over at you, Noah, goes over and gives you a great big hug. And he's got a little bit of sadness on his face, a little bit of anxiety, and hits the watch. As he hits the watch, Neil takes on the appearance of Father Patrick. As the jail cell is unlocked, he goes into the jail cell and takes a deep breath and gestures for Father Patrick to leave it.
Does Father Patrick still look like Father Patrick?
Father Patrick still looks like Father Patrick.
I'm gonna look a little annoyed, but I'm gonna walk out.
Yeah. Neil walks into the space. As he does, he accidentally bangs his arm clumsily against the prison bars. The watch dings a little bit, and there's a zzz, where the illusion just sort of breaks, the digital illusion, and then sort of comes back, and he slaps the watch a couple of times, and he goes, "Good as new." The voice modulator, and he goes, "Oi, top of the morning to you all." And he adjusts some stuff on the watch. He goes, "Sorry, 1 minute. They're always after me, Lucky Charms." He hits the watch a couple of times, and he goes, "Oi, that's better. Sorry about that. I had to no sort of social guides to go off of. So it was this or Peaky Blinders. So and good luck." And 7 days, Noah.
Okay.
So nobody knows. Just you? You're the only one who knows this is happening.
Just me.
Very well. I want to take a look at that watch when we get back.
Sure, I can give you one of my prototypes if you like. Oi, shush.
Oh.
A better prototype.
So, does anybody have like a cloak or something we can throw over Father Patrick, or
Oh, you won't need it.
how are we?
Start in the new Underdark. I love you, son. And he takes out a clicker, which looks like a little pet trainer. And as he does, he clicks the clicker, and the spell reverses. Table, chairs, everybody in this room finds themselves sitting outside of Camelot's concoctions, including Father Patrick. Father Patrick, it is the first fresh air that you have experienced in 7 years. You find people sort of walking about the space. You smell fresh baked goods, not the rations that you are handed, that have all of the vitamins in just a little pellet. Like you are back on Earth.
You know, they don't have birds up there. And honestly, you don't know how much you miss them till they're gone.
It's interesting.
A
All right.
bird guy. Okay, well, I already don't trust you.
That's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so birds make you trust them less?
Yeah, birds are evil. Have you met a parakeet? Cockatiel? Any of them? Don't go to bed. Sorry.
No, it's fine. You should let it out.
Where's your cup?
We're gonna circle
Father.
back to that one.
You know, that is a very personal question.
You know what?
And he's just gonna like wrap his robe slightly tighter. You shouldn't be asking things like that to strangers. Now then,
So can I put that chip in your neck like a kitten, or where are we at on that?
I would prefer that you didn't.
It's valid.
It is. So where exactly are we?
We're at the shop.
The shop. All right. I'm just gonna see myself in then. I'm just gonna like walk towards the shop.
You open a door, Father Patrick, to Camelot's Concoctions. What appears to be a pharmacy is at the very front of the store. You are at the very back of it. You see cobblestone streets and things of that sort. As you walk into the shop, most of the individuals here are speaking English, but not doesn't appear to be from England. You walk in, and the shop is chock-a-block with spell components and items of a mythical nature that are used mostly for spells. You see potion components. You see spell components. One of the largest men you've ever seen in your entire life. Great big bushy beard. Stocky, built like a brick house, is behind the counter as you come into the space. All right, what can I do you for?
You know, I actually have no idea. I was just gonna browse for it.
Oh.
You don't mind.
Yes, sir. And he just sort of nods to you, and he goes back to reading a book, and that's on the table. It looks to be like a dog-eared, just a Piers Anthony novel that he's read through a couple hundred times.
I'm gonna poke my head in the door right after him, and then I'll like, Grandpa!
Boyo, is he one of yours?
He's the one who stole a chalice.
Oh, good then. And he just goes back to reading the book.
So what do we do with this guy? Are we supposed to like watch him, or? I'm asking that of Meowedith and Zach that are still at the table, I'm guessing, or?
I'll get up and follow. I don't want to take my eyes off of him, and I'm currently contemplating how to slip like an air tag onto him so I can't lose him. But like,
I'm gonna low jack him.
yeah. I mean, never. Technology. It's know, we use it, we abuse it. It's fine.
Give him a new phone.
You know what? That's valid. I'm probably going to put someone else in charge. Not that I'm in charge, but take my eyes off of this guy and go find a phone for him.
Exo, you being who you are, I imagine that you're the equivalent of like, want to buy a watch? Like, you've got burner phones like for a day. You're Chewbacca. You're strapped for bear. You know what I mean? Like in terms of the amount of like
I have to Google something real quick.
with the
Strap
bandolier,
for
like
bear.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
don't Google
I
that.
feel like I
Don't
shouldn't.
Google that.
Don't Google it.
Wolf's
Don't
already
Google
done
it.
that.
No
Don't.
Googling.
Strap for bear is going to bear some weird results.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Wait, don't look in my eyes. Don't look in my glasses. All right, got it.
You've got a couple of burner phones on your person that you
Yeah,
can very
yeah,
easily.
absolutely. I'll turn
Father,
GPS on one.
Father Patrick, are you looking for anything in particular in Camelot's concoctions?
Oh, I'm testing to see how far away from them they're letting me get.
Okay, this is testing the string. You do hear a voice inside your head, Father Patrick. What are we doing?
Well, I suspect we need to go see the Weavers.
You have been given a second chance. You have been given more second chances than any individual I have ever encountered in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Don't muck it up.
Mm-hmm. Whatever you say, boss.
Finger guns.
Just the finger guns in, just like, there's no conversation coming out of him. This
Straight
is
up
all
finger
in his
guns.
head, but the finger guns are.
You hear this just like gigantic sigh. You know what I mean at the metaphysical finger guns. You know that are going on. Yeah, Noah,
So,
Zach,
I do need
you're
to
still
know,
outside.
Did Meowth go inside the store? I mean, did Exo go inside the store, or did you go elsewhere?
I didn't have to go anywhere. I am the man with the plan, the capital P plan, and phones in my jacket. So I just turned the GPS on, and that's the
Okay.
goal there. Yeah.
So he
So I didn't
has.
have to go
Did
anywhere.
you give him a phone?
Not
or
yet. We haven't circled
Okay.
back. I will though.
Did you go in the store then to watch him? Is what I'm asking.
Yep.
You have gone into the store. Okay.
Yep.
So, what are you thinking, Zach?
I'm thinking we can't trust this guy yet. I mean, your dad is risking his life right now.
It's the red hair, isn't it?
It is the red hair. Can't trust
Okay.
him. But no, we've got to keep our eyes on him. Got to get this cut back. I can't trust him until we see your dad out of his place.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm worried about Pa, man. That's not the best place. I'm thinking. And what if we can't let him get away?
No, we can't do that. I hope that he's got enough on his end, to be at least somewhat honest. But again, don't know him, never heard of him, and your dad said we start in the Underdark. The Underdark's a really big place. There's way too many places we can look down there, so we need to narrow it down.
Yeah, but you know the Underdark better than any of us.
Yeah, but finding something that's been stolen or lost, I was down there hunting. I'm not a treasure seeker or anything like that.
Any contacts at all that might be able to narrow the search down for us?
I mean, I can reach out to the usuals, but I can't promise anything.
I can do
I-
some searches, but no telling what some.
You're not here, Exo. You're inside
Oh
the store.
crap! You're right. I forgot where you guys were. I'm back on mute. Bye.
Do we know? Are there other exits from this place other than the front door?
No, there's one way in and one way out. Of
As
course,
far as
there's
you guys
always
know.
my way. Yeah, no. As far as you know, there's probably like an employee place behind the employee exit, behind the counter and things of that sort. Cool. Let's cut back to inside the shop. Father Patrick, you do notice that Exo kind of comes in and Martin comes in. Martin doesn't appear to be, like eyeing you, like, or anything like that. They're giving you a pretty big leash here, or a pretty big lead. You're not used to that. The freedom that they're giving you to just sort of walk the space and things of that sort. They're establishing very quickly like a modicum of trust.
Mhm.
Yes, they are.
What's Father Patrick looking at right about now? What's he kind of browsing, looking around at?
He's not actually looking at anything specific. He's just sort of wandering around.
He's walking while dissociating. Got it.
Uh-huh.
Mood. All right, then I'm gonna stay like within kind of eye shot, within
Mm-hmm.
vision of him. Not gonna approach. Dude's been locked up for years and years. I can't possibly imagine what that feels like. But I want to get a read on him, just like how he moves in space when he might know he's being watched, but not really like being observed.
Sure. Okay, I'm about this. Perception check. XO.
Perception check.
If this inside thing goes on for more than 10 or 15 minutes, Noah's gonna be standing up and
Yeah,
heading inside the
we're
shop.
getting to that point. We're not quite there yet.
It's
10.
a 10. Yeah.
Okay, with a 10, look at that beautiful trinket. With the 10, I'll say this. XO, you're studying Father Patrick and things of that sort. You're trying to get a beat on him, but your eyes get distracted because there's a bit of movement by Father Patrick. Your goal to set out to find out like what's going on with him is difficult because one of the jars next to Father Patrick immediately shifts as the contents pull away from him. The jar appears to be filled with beetles of sorts, and his presence is causing the beetles to just go nuts. They don't want to be anywhere, and they're moving in the jar and pushing the jar on the shelf further back on the shelf.
Oh my gosh.
Do I see that?
Martin, what's your passive perception?
That is a 17.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you just see the beetles. You know what those are?
As
Those,
an aside, I'd 100% know what that means.
No. I mean,
Oh.
they're infernal beetles.
You'll know they want to get away from the thing that's making them freak out. And that's why they're moving that way. I think that's about all we're gonna get.
They're used in a couple of different spells, but like infernal beetles are just are from like a hell plane. You know, the little critters that sort of move around and things of that sort. But they don't want to be anywhere near this guy. Like the jar itself is shaking. You've never seen him do this with the countless people that have walked through here.
Right. Could I insight?
Yeah.
Not insight, maybe like I don't know. Expand my knowledge on our information, like for the store. Like this
Arcana?
is something new for the store. Or maybe?
Arcana check, I guess.
Okay. Nope.
Now, man, you don't know. You've never seen anything in the store physically react to it. I mean, you do see stuff react to it, but it's, I don't know.
I got it. So my reaction would be this: like, these beetles are broken, Grandpa.
These beetles are broken, Grandpa. Yeah, as that happens. I'd say about that, like the 10 minutes tend to wind down. Father Patrick, what are you doing?
I'm now just kind of like looking over at the beetles. I'm just going, huh. All right. So, where to first?
Well, you're saying it's been about 10 minutes?
Yeah, I'll say Noah and Zach, you come into the space.
Just Noah's motivation. He's very concerned about his father right now and doesn't know if he can trust this guy. As he walks into the store, he's going to go ahead and cast Divine Sense. He just wants to get a feel for this guy. Is this guy good? Is this guy evil? Is this guy exude any of that? And
tell me about Divine Sense.
as an action, you can detect good and evil. Until the end of your next turn, you can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell.
Got
or
it.
the location of any celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet that is not.
Noah.
Hold on, wait, Billy, I just sent you a message.
Okay.
Just a quick point of order, maybe possible.
Yeah, absolutely. It hasn't showed up yet, but I'm sure it will. Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
text it. I started
Yeah, there
My
is.
bad.
There's definitely stuff.
Okay.
Noah, how does that manifest for you? I don't think you've ever cast this ability or used
He
this particular
hasn't.
ability.
This is something he knows he can do just from talks
Does
with
it
mom and
manifest
dad.
as light, as color, as
He would probably see it as color.
okay?
That's kind of where his mindset is and everything.
Great. You turn the gaze onto Father Patrick, and just kind of use your divine sense. No, not the gaze. The gaze. Like I said.
No, just-
Hold on, my wife's calling me. I'll be back.
David from Schitt's Creek comes in and he's like, "Hi, look,
Ooh, David.
David."
Ew,
Um,
David.
All the other people in the store are like, "You're simply the best." Noah, you use your divine sense on Father Patrick because this guy's giving you the weird vibes and things of that sort. Noah Sorensen, you are hit with the most divine, white, pure light you have ever witnessed in your entire life. This is rough. Like, is Noah religious at all? I've never asked this. Like,
he was brought up trying to fit in and everything. So yes, they were going to the Sunday schools and everything, but other than that, they never gave him a lot of.
okay. The minute
everything.
you look at Father Patrick, Noah, the only thing that you can recollect is the one year your parents took you to church on Christmas, and the angel of the Lord did appear, and he did shine about them. And you remembered this play, and they turned a spotlight behind the kid so that this light comes out. When you turn and look at Father Patrick and you use your divine sense, you have to turn away for a second and close your eyes, and even then you're seeing the weird crinkly stuff behind your eyes.
Probably hyperventilating about now as well. He was not expecting anything.
Patrick, you know exactly what he just did. This is not the first time someone has done this to you. And if you don't intervene, like if you don't get him some water, get him to breathe, like he's gonna pass out.
Yep. All right. So I need you to go get some water. I need you to just go get whatever makes him comfortable. And I'm just going to walk over to him. Hey, you're going to be all right, okay? Just keep your eyes closed for a minute. When it goes away, just don't do it again. Are you okay?
What
Exo's gonna approach
what was that?
and listen.
I hand him the football to make him comfortable.
Your grandpa comes out and brings like a bottle of water and just sort of like rubs your like pats your back a little bit, Noah. You know, just and as
Noah
you're
drinks
bent
about
over.
half of it,
Yeah.
and then dumps the rest on his head because
Yeah.
that's it's what he does.
It's not
That's
a
what he
Gatorade
does.
bottle.
All right.
What did he do? Looks at Father Patrick.
He looked a little too close.
To what?
Me.
X is gonna get real uncomfortably close to Father Patrick and just like look at him.
Investigate.
Is Exo wearing glasses?
No. I'm just blind, that's all. Exo doesn't
No, I
know.
was just checking. So it would have been really funny.
It would have been really funny. Give me an investigation check.
You got it, boss. That's a 13 plus 6, but I'll argue that I'm real close.
You are
I don't know
real
what that's gonna
close.
give me.
Um,
You have very clean pores, Father Patrick, for living on the moon.
I will. I love this. This is the most character development we've done in a while. Exo, as you get close, how close? Like super close? Like
Probably within a foot.
okay. Your phone starts ringing.
And what's the number? What are we looking at here?
It's Al.
Yes, technology daddy.
Back up.
She takes immediately 3 steps back.
Yeah. The phone clicks off.
Did you get what you're looking for there?
I got a warning to back up. What are you?
Well,
There-
that's actually really polite of them.
She has a demon in her phone. We shall destroy it after we are done here.
Mm,
She has made a pact with another being.
Oh, actually, that reminds me.
Okay, are
I
we
do have a
seeing
phone.
him
You're not
face
hearing
palm
it.
and-
Father,
we're not hearing
He's having
anything.
a moment of just like staring at Exo.
yeah.
Cool.
He's not
cool.
moving. He's not doing any of that.
Yeah.
But
Exo's staring at her phone, being like, "Oh, actually, that reminds me," and like from a long arm's distance away, it goes, "Yeah, this is for you in case we need to contact you. My number's in there."
he's gonna kind of look around for something to just like put between him and the phone, just like a sage stick, and just sort of like gently push it back. Technology and I don't exactly get along very well.
That
he's
right.
gonna put
Is that because of the bright light thing?
Sometimes,
that-
yes.
Bright light.
Oh, you guys, can I tell him? I mean, I don't
Yeah,
want to
go for it
offend
if
you
you'd
or
like.
any
No,
way.
go for it, please.
This guy, I tried one of those new things. My parents said don't use my stuff and I did it. I divine sensed him.
You
This
will
guy
go blind if you play with it. It's true.
Oh my god.
Noah, as you're speaking, Tiny is still close by and looks at you, and then turns to look at Father Patrick. And he turns to you, Noah, and he says, "Bright light, brighter than the sun."
It was glorious. I don't know. I'm looking for words right now. It was yes. I mean, just white. I can't even describe I mean, it kind of.
Tiny turns back to you, Father Patrick, the large man before that Martin was like, "Hey, grandfather," and he looks you up and down and studies you with a little bit more respect, and you're the only one that noticed him instinctively taking a step backward from you. You're used to this when people kind of understand, and he goes, "Which one is with you?"
He's not gonna be happy if I say so.
Tiny nods his head, and he goes, "He's got backup." He looks at you, Martin, Tiny, and says, "He's got backup. Just be careful. And I'd prefer it if you left the shop."
Back up like me? Or back up like the big guy?
No, backup like you.
Okay. She's gonna
Father
try and
Patrick, like as
fist
soon as he
bump.
says, "I'd like you to leave the shop," just kind of like, "All right," and steps outside the doorway and just kind of like leans on the outside door and waits.
I'm proud of you for not taking the phone. Humans use it for pornography.
Well, you know.
Noah would have followed him out anyway. Noah is fascinated still by the whole first experience.
Yeah.
Though he's not getting too close. He goes, "That was awesome!" In his best little kid Incredibles voice.
Noah, go ahead and add bless onto your character for the next hour.
How do I cast something on myself? Is that a condition?
No, yeah, just add a D4 to all of your attack throws, saving throws,
it.
and attacks. Yeah. You know. Okay. You
So
will.
I gotta ask, after seeing that, did you take the chalice? Can you let us know? This is my father that's there. He's put his faith in you. I'm putting my faith in you. Do you know where this chalice is?
Oh, I do.
Can we do this in 7 days?
I sure hope so. It shouldn't take that long.
Good. I'm Noah, and he puts his hand out.
Shake it.
Yeah. He's a good man.
Noah the Ark, Sorensen. I'm Noah.
All right. That makes sense, I suppose.
Why couldn't I have signed up with this one?
Thanks. I appreciate that. So, who knows how to get to the Underdark? Since that's where we're going.
Zach does. He's got some good stuff going on there. And so Noah pokes, "Hey guys, we gotta go. There's my dad, I think we're okay. We need to get whatever you need, but we gotta go, guys."
All right. To the Batmobile?
What's a Batmobile?
It was 7 years. You have to know that.
Adam West doesn't ring a bell. Nothing.
It's probably demonic in nature. Don't worry about it.
I mean, there are bats involved.
Crime fighter?
Do we know how far we are to the nearest entrance to the Underdark? from where
You're
we
within
are?
walking distance. A lot of the entrances to the Underdarks are in the ornate cemeteries that are sprinkled all throughout New Orleans. Zach has entrance and knows many of the entrances there. So using Zach's class features and background feature, you very easily find an entrance into the Underdark. It's odd. The more and more that you're in Father Patrick's presence, you're nervous, all right? Because he stole something, you're worried about your father, but you cannot help but feel the calming presence of just being around him. There is a sense of stillness that emanates from this individual. And I would say the walk is long enough for all of you to realize this. Not only that, but I will say, without making a check, you notice that this aura that's radiating off of Father Patrick is affecting some of the denizens of New Orleans as well. Certain arguments that you're having as Father Patrick sort of follows behind Zach and sort of in the middle of this group, just walking past them, arguments are deflating. You see at one point, like, there's an individual like coughing on the street, and Father Patrick stops to brush something off of his shoe, and the individual just starts breathing normally. For a second, and even in an area where the weather is starting to get a little dark and dreary, all of a sudden the sun bursts through, illuminating the party and the group as you all are making your way through the busy streets of where Camelot's concoctions are. Within a good 10 to 15 minute walk, you find yourselves in one of those beautiful cemeteries. Exo.
As we pass through the streets of New Orleans, we're bound to pass a voodoo shop or a hoodoo shop.
Yeah, absolutely.
What would happen as we pass them, if anything?
If you're passing the shop, absolutely nothing. If you're passing the shop, like, you're not going to notice any like major differences as you go through. There could be something that happens if you go inside of the shop, but as you pass it, there doesn't appear to be anything. Those are just the noticeable differences that everybody just sort of gleans and picks up during this walk throughout the city streets.
All right.
So
During
while
this
we're
walk,
walking,
I'm going to be talking a little bit with Father Patrick, and say, I kind of wish Becca was here, because I think she'd get like a cool vibe from you and everything, but she'll hopefully be joining us again soon. We won't get too lost and stuff, but I think you like Becca, and you might actually be a good influence on her, and kind of a calming influence and things. But anyways, so he just keeps rambling. For some reason he's just fascinated and is using every word in his vocabulary to keep the conversation going.
Patrick is right there along with him, politely just. This is not new. He's used to this. It's fine.
I feel like I could tell you anything.
He
good if you wanted.
he gives you Secret Service vibes. Do you get that? Like American Secret Service vibes? Like he gives you good vibes like that.
I'm getting okay.
No, Father Patrick, you're getting Secret Service.
He
vibes.
gets it from me.
Yeah.
Just before we get to the entrance, seeing all this weird stuff, Zach turns to Father Patrick. So what are you? What's your deal?
I'm a person? I'm not sure I understand your question.
You were held prisoner by a race of aliens on the moon for 7 years. They don't know
2 races, but yes, continue.
They don't know your age. What are you? What's your deal?
The undead heathen ask you what your deal is, and I find it funny.
Oh. Well, I'm slightly more alive than you, and I suspect that's all you need to know for now.
Oh, come off it.
Zach, is he my replacement?
No one could ever replace you. You're irreplaceable.
X is going to jump on board and pat Martin on the back.
We're not replacing Martin, are we?
No,
Seems to do the same things I do, but he's doing it better. He's not even doing anything, and these things are happening.
the only time I've ever experienced anything like these happening, it's some serious, serious, deep magic, and it's nothing to be joking with. And the way that he's carrying himself, it's terrifying to me. Who are you? What are you? And why are we after this cup? Why were you the one who knows where it is?
Because I left it here.
He did take it. Now that's
Wait, I
creepy.
took it. I said that I left it here.
But why not return it to its rightful owners?
Are you familiar with the Weavers?
Is Zach familiar with the Weavers?
Yeah, you are familiar with the Weavers. The Weavers are a bunch of wizards. Part of the three factions that you and I talked about, like the kids that use skateboards as arcane focuses and tool around and hedge mazes, essentially, and hedge with witches and wizards. They're a group of kids that basically just kind of tool around and spray paint stuff and utilize magics, but you're not sure why. But it's the closest that, like, the Never Boys are, but they'll take anybody. They'll take youths from all different ages, and then they just stop aging once they join up with this group. The groups never sought power because they've never wanted it. They just wanted a place to exist and tool around and skate and live forever. But they're one of the factions known for, like, moving information along and working with all of the different factions here in the New Underdark. Father Patrick is a little old, not that he's ancient, but, like, he's a little older than you would expect to be somebody that's like, hey, like, I get along with this particular group.
Yeah, the hedgies, the losers.
If you call that again, we're gonna have a problem.
What? All they do is bum around on their skateboards and vandalize crap.
All right. Well, that's where we're going. So, you're welcome to lead the way, or I can. It's up to you.
Sounds like you know where you're going. This is the entrance. After you.
All right.
Wisdom save, Father Patrick.
21.
There is resistance because you are entering into a place of a den of iniquity. And as you get close to the door, there is a push here, and you hear a no, we haven't been here, no. But you manage to shut it down and move through the threshold. You all find yourselves in the New Underdark. The New Underdark being the city underneath the city of New Orleans, a safe bastion where death has no hold here. You know that this place was set up for the undead and some of the monstrous races that live in and out of the city to have a safe bastion of sorts. New Orleans is a city infamous for when the waters came sort of building on top of previous places and things of that sort. The city is far-reaching and extends all throughout under the city of New Orleans itself. Lots of places to buy anything and everything. Zach operates here. You all have visited here, but as you walk into this place, that feeling that you've been getting from Father Patrick is immediately stilled. Whatever vibe that you were getting, good vibe, happy vibe, that is immediately gone. That just inner peace that seemed to radiate from him is cut off, and you feel it abruptly. All of you take a misstep on the stairs as you enter into the New Underdark.
Did it just get colder? Ooh.
I felt it too.
Father Patrick, you're leading the group As you enter down the large set of stairs that lead you into the new Underdark, you see many individuals. You see the sprawling landscape of little shanty huts and things of that sort that have been built over the years, with people moving in and out of them. Marketplace after marketplace selling things that you should never buy, but that you can only buy here in this area. Give me a perception check, Father Patrick, as you're sort of scoping out the area.
17.
You see a large warforged making its way throughout the city, sort of looking about, probably works for one of the larger factions. But as the warforged hits a certain point, you're seeing people snickering and laughing at it, and it kind of turns its head to look at why they're laughing. One of the hedgies is on its back, spray painting and tagging it with a magnetic sort of hand held up. But it cannot see the kid on its back. But he's currently tagging the Warforged, and people are sort of laughing at it as the Warforged kind of looking around, but continuing to walk through the marketplace.
Is he walking towards us or away?
Away from you all, deeper into the maze of buildings and individuals that move about the space.
Like I said, up to no good and just vandals.
I will attempt to get the attention of whoever's on this Warforged back without getting the attention of the Warforged.
Okay. Give me a stealth check. You wave over towards him, and the kid kind of turns around and looks, but the Warforged turns and looks over at you. And he goes, you see him just sort of like looking at the group a little bit and then coming forward. And he goes, "What is your name?"
I'm Father Patrick. What's yours?
My name is Retriever. Retriever winds a big meaty fist back and slams it into Father Patrick's gut. I need everybody to go ahead and roll initiative for me. Retriever is angry. Oh my gosh, such rolls. Father Patrick, for this sneak attack that kind of comes out of left field, does a 19 hit?
19 does.
I need a strength saving throw from you, please.
6.
Father Patrick, you are knocked prone as this fist lands into your solar plexus. You feel all of the air like pushed out of your lungs as this giant robot fist hits you. As you are knocked prone, the individual, the Warforged, comes over and plants a meaty foot on your chest. And he goes, "The bounty on your head is big." And you take 12 points of bludgeoning damage from one punch to the solar plexus. And heroes, let's get those initiatives. 20 to 25.
22.
22 for Zach. 20 to 15. Okay.
We suck at initiative.
15 to 10.
13.
Got it. 13. There we go. Oh, 10 to 5.
That's a 5.
Martin?
7.
Yeah. Look at you, Martin.
Wait. I think I also
You also rolled a 7.
That was a 7. Never mind. We have to roll off. My bad. I can't.
Roll off.
At an 18.
You're first.
Martin's first. Then Exo. 5 to 1?
4. Sorry. Six out for an
Either one.
I was all the way at the
Negative
bottom.
1.
All right, look.
Did you get a negative 1? Like, what happened here?
I got a 1.
Currently, this Warforged has a giant, meaty leg on top of Father Patrick, has no eyes on everybody else in the party, but is just sort of looking down at him and has just said out loud that the bounty for Father Patrick is sizable. Now we go to the top of the initiative order. Zach.
I'd like to try to get a flank on this guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
you wouldn't be able to flank him just because you guys are about... You guys... Father Patrick was leading the group. And Father Patrick has been punched and then stepped on. So Father Patrick would not be a part of this flank because he's a little incapacitated at the moment.
Sorry, when I say flank, try to get behind the Warforged.
Yeah, you get behind the Warforged. Currently, there's a kid strapped to his back. All attacks against him are going to be at disadvantage from the back just because there's a kid here who's looking somewhat scared for the moment to not hit the kid.
What I would like to do is clamber up the back of this Warforged.
Okay.
Grab the spray can from the kid and go for the eyes.
Okay, I'm about this. I'll say this. Give me an acrobatics or athletics for your bonus action and your movement here as you're like, here we go. To just a nat 20. Yes. I'll say not only that, but you do the thing where you kind of wrap your legs around the head. Like the kid sees exactly what you're doing and basically gives you a boost up. And you're like, maybe I was wrong about these kids. He gives you a boost up and throws you the can. Now I need an attack roll from you. This can just be a... do you have any sort of proficiency with painter's tools or anything along those lines?
I don't think so.
All right.
Nope, no tools.
Okay, give me...
Simple weapons.
Oh, you have what?
Proficiency with simple weapons.
Okay, I will say give me an attack roll. Add your dex, but don't add your proficiency.
16.
16. Yeah, you know what, pal? I like this. You grab the spray can and you kind of spray it all over the thing's eyes. It doesn't give out a scream or anything like that. You're not sure this thing can register pain, but it immediately starts kind of swerving about the space. You see the torso itself is revolving a little bit independently of the bottom half of it. But I will say for the time being, this thing is blinded until it can figure out a way to get rid of that condition. As you are on top of it, just kind of swirling about the space.
Awesome.
All right, Zach, good move. Retriever's turn. Retriever can only think of one thing to do, which is to grab the thing on his back.
That's what I was going to ask. Did Zach stay on the back?
Zach is still there. I think Retriever is going to try to fix that, though. Retriever reaches up, grabs Zach. Let's do an attempted grapple here, bud. That's a 25 against AC.
15 AC.
Yeah. He manages to grab a hold of you at this point, and he is just going to fling you in a random direction. I will say this, give me a strength saving throw to see if you can hold on to your grip here as he tries to yeet you off of him. Nope. I'll do this. I'll roll a D6 in the chat. A 5 and a 6. He's going to be aiming Zach right at Exo, Martin, and Noah. Anything else, Zach, you just go flying into a random booth. So we don't want a 5 or a 6 here. Okay, yeah. Zach, you just go flying off into a random booth as he yeets you off of him. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and as you get up out of the broken booth, you see a large bar of wood that's just punctured your arm. You're like, come on, man! As you get thrown through the booth. That's Retriever's first attack. He's gonna make an attack against the rest of the party at disadvantage because he cannot see. He's going to make that attack against... No, you know what? He's going to rage. We'll do that. Dude rages. You see the metal start to change color a bit as it goes from just a regular, sort of silver metal as it takes on more of a red hue to it. So Retriever begins to rage. Noah, it's your turn.
By the power of Thor, and just because That's the comic he went to. But he pulls his maul and he's going in. He's casting Thunderous Strike,
Okay.
Thunderous Smite.
Thunderous
and
Smite
swing.
is a bonus action as you channel the powers of Thor, and then give me an attack roll for your hammer.
Do. And do I get a do I get the +4 D4 as well still?
No, the bless. Yeah, you still get the bless. I'll allow that. That could come in clutch here.
Come on, roll it. It's gonna be 16.
16 misses, unfortunately.
All
You come
Gonna
forward.
take a second.
Yeah,
Gonna
do it.
take a second swing. And that's going to be, without the bless, that's going to be a 22 to hit.
That hits. The first one, he even blinded, like he's able to just sort of like dodge nimbly out of the way, or just kind of shift and move about the space. Actually, no, you should be making all these with advantage if he's blinded. If we're operating under the
okay.
blinded condition, so rolling, I'll count that 22 as the second roll on the 14. Give me 2 more attack rolls for the second hit. Nope. Yes. Oh, 2 of those attacks land. So give me damage for the first with the Thunderous Smite.
Damage on the first is going to be 13 plus... Where's that spell? 2d6? So that's going to be 21 on the first hit.
Okay. You guys
And
watch
second
as
hit.
Noah just slams this hammer into him. Little bolts of electricity crackling off of it that travel up and down Retriever's body.
And then another 9 added onto that.
9 points. Whack! Whack! From out of nowhere, Noah, you cut the distance in an instant as Father Patrick is being held under that mechanical foot. All right, that's Noah's turn. Martin.
Okay, I am going to move closer,
Okay.
and I am going to try Toll the Dead.
Okay.
That's a Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. 15?
That meets it.
Okay, so he makes that wisdom save.
Yep. Then I will use my bonus action and do a spiritual weapon.
Okay, what is your spiritual weapon?
It's the candy cane.
Okay. You see this candy cane, very large, manifest in the space. Here as it swings out to hit Retriever.
Yeah, 21.
21 hits. Give me damage.
5.
5. Look at that mighty 5. The candy cane swings into him, and there's a dung, resounding gong as the candy cane slams into the metallic side of this thing, causing vibrations to travel up the back and down into the feet as well. Exo. Oh, you might still be muted.
I was. Thank you. I'm gonna close the distance.
Okay.
And try to get a touch, like a melee spell touch attack in there, and deliver a shocking grasp.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's as if the attack is upon someone wearing armor made of metal. However, I'm wondering.
Yeah, the attack is made at advantage if you're attacking someone wearing it. Yeah, I would say you get this attack at advantage.
Okay. All right. So I'll cross the space and try to move my way into getting a touch attack on there to make this attempt. So we're gonna do an 11 to hit.
Currently, it's at advantage, so you get one more roll on this thing because it's blinded.
Right. Also, 19.
19 hits. Give me some damage. As Exo, you reenact the scene from Jurassic Park where the little kid is holding on to the electric fence and the fence kicks on, and the little kid goes flying off into the distance. From the little kid that was spray painting him, that electric shock just kind of travels up it, and the little kid goes like flies off into one of the stands as well. Two kids kind of from out of nowhere jump up and catch him, and they kind of go scuttling off into the crowd that has gathered around to watch this fight go down.
I'd like to use my bonus action to offer them golf claps and praise from an adult.
You want to offer the kids golf claps?
For catching their friend? Absolutely. That was a bomb move. Good job, guys.
Persuasion check, please.
Oh, what? They're going to be like, you did it. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. I'm sorry. It's going to take forever.
No, you're fine.
Right. Whichever one gets there first.
Whichever one gets there first. Everybody gets one. Okay, so an 8. The kids kind of look back and they flip you the bird as they run off into the into the group over there. The paint is starting to melt just because the metal has heated up and it's taken. He started to rage and things of that sort. You think that this blindness, because the DM doesn't want his entire fight wrecked from a can of spray paint, this blindness is probably going to end at the end of this round now that you all have worked him like a body bag. But that being said, Father Patrick, it is your turn.
Father Patrick, still laying on his back, is going to just throw his arms wide onto the ground next to him.
Okay.
With one hand, he's going to point at Zach. A glowing light is going to just sort of, like a glowing ray of light is going to make its way over to Zach. And Zach will heal for 5 points.
Okay, I've been waiting for this. Zach, normal healing spells don't normally work on you, being of the undead variety. Father Patrick doesn't know this. Where do you aim the beam of light, Father Patrick?
At him in general. I'm not really in a place to be like, let me stop what I'm doing and take aim here. It's just
okay.
Sort of like
You aim your finger at his chest, and as it does, your chest is hit by this beam of light. You heal 5 points. And your skin goes from being dead to being on your normal skin of when you were alive, in a small patch on the chest. Then it immediately dies because you are dead. But just for a second, you're like that one chest hair that's been like, I believe I can fly, like for years, like comes out and then immediately falls off because you're dead. That magic couldn't last. Is that your bonus action? Your action?
That is my bonus action.
Okay.
As my action, in my other hand, I'm going to summon the sword.
Okay.
So a sword with like a sunburst in the center of it with like stylized wings for the crossguard and a like blade with flames etched into it just like bursts into existence and immediately sheds 15 feet of bright light and 15 feet of dim light.
Noah, you looked at Father Patrick before, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to give this to you then. Father Patrick summons the sword, and that bright light echoes forth from the sword. For a brief second, an individual as tall as you looks like they're standing in the space where the sword is in his hand. But clad in armor, made of light, with 2 gigantic wings coming off of their back. And immediately as it appeared, it is gone with the appearance of that sword, as the sword is summoned forth.
That is my turn.
Okay. That's Father Patrick's turn. The creature's retriever is no longer blinded as it's melted through. Zach, it's going to take half your movement to get up from the wreckage and things of that sort. But you're welcome to do so. What are you doing with your turn?
Yep, we're gonna get up, and then being in the Underdark as long as Zach has been, do I know Retriever? Do I know what faction he's part of?
History check.
Anything like that? Giant +0. That's an 18.
Retriever's an independent agent. I mean, he's probably part of the Bounty Hunters Guild. They chase down people that have welched on bets and people owing stuff and things of that sort. Like with a name like Retriever, you're not imagining the most intelligent Warforged in the entire world. But with an 18, you know that he probably runs in the Bounty Hunter Guild circles, especially because that's what you lived in for so long. I will say this. He was positive that Father Patrick was a huge bounty, so that might be worth investigating.
And so I'm going to use my action to actually dash into earshot of Retriever.
Okay.
And shout out, according to the laws of the Bounty Hunters Guild, he is our quarry. You have no right.
Oh, snap!
Dang.
Persuasion at disadvantage because he's in a rage right now and it's hard to turn that off.
Oh, that's a nat 1.
Oh yeah, sorry, that's a nat 1 and a nat 2, my dude. You were not meant for that to work. You were like diplomatic immunity. Like no, like Retriever, as you get close enough to him to be like, Bounty Hunters Guild, like we do that. Retriever looks over at you and sort of cocks his head to the side and looks over at him. Then why have you been hitting me?
You're the one who hit first.
Great. I will say that that's your action here. That was a pretty big move here, but you still have a bonus action if you want to use that.
We'll go ahead and cast Hunter's Mark on him.
All right.
You started it.
Nuh-uh. I'm rubber, you're glue, whatever. And the people in the crowd are like, boo.
Get new material. Lame.
Retriever, who can now see pretty clearly, looks down at you, Father Patrick, and goes, there you are. And stomps the foot down on your chest.
Nope, that's not what I wanted to do.
Father Patrick, 16 to hit?
16 hits.
Yeah, the first, okay. This is just going to be like an... It's not bad. It's 11 more points as that big foot just kind of stomps down as he goes, surrender the bounty, and does another stomp on your chest.
Is there a roll of paper towels anywhere handy? Oh, yeah, that's bounty. Yeah.
Even as he lifts the foot up, Patrick, I'm going to give you this, dude. He whiffed it pretty hard. You are able to roll out from underneath it as he lifts the foot up for the second run. And that foot just crashes into the ground, sending bits of concrete flying everywhere. But you are no longer being held underneath this thing. You are just prone on the ground in front of him.
Nice.
Noah, your turn.
Back off! And attacks.
Yeah, give me 2 attack rolls, pal. These are straight rolls.
Do I have the bonus?
That's going to hit.
The
That's going to hit.
And second? Definite hit.
That's going to hit as well.
Boom. And 15
Okay.
and 14. So that's 29 points. Just boom and
Noah's making huge dents in this guy, literally and figuratively. That hammer is just swinging into him. You're seeing bits of the Warforged kind of caving in a little bit. They're popping out, but it's a slower, like metal reforming pop out with every hit that Noah brings on top of him for this. That's your action. You do.
I can do this all day.
I can too. As that metal just kind of resets itself. Martin.
All right, guiding bolts. 13.
13 misses, unfortunately.
All right. Get another swipe with the sword, or the candy cane rather. Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah. You gotta
Hook the leg. Sweep the leg.
put him in a body bag, Johnny.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't hit either.
No.
But I'll move to get into his face.
Hey,
Try
you get your
like,
damn hands off her. Yeah, like you just get
Yeah,
all
like-
up in the.
Yeah,
Yep.
all up in his grill.
Martin,
Literally.
that was your turn. Exo.
Yep.
I guess I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna see if I can make that shocking grasp touch again. If I can close the distance, since he was pushed back some too, right?
Yeah. You close the distance
Okay.
very easily. Give me another attack roll.
At advantage because he's metal.
At
the blind
advantage
status-
because he's metal.
Hey, that's a 25.
That definitely hits.
All right. Let me turn off my alarm because that's going off now. I am so sorry.
You're fine. You're fine.
All right.
Are
Let's
you gonna go for a critical?
I already rolled damage, so no.
Go ahead and crit fish. Roll a d20. See if you get that
Hey.
crit.
Anybody in the chat wants to put out some good energy for me right now? Now's the time. I'm going to wait 4 seconds for the chat to catch up with the video and the audio. And then we're going to
Be
hit that
the
20.
ball. Be the ball.
Be the ball.
No.
No, you were not the ball. That shocking grasp hits though. You do that 4 points of lightning damage. Okay, that is Exo's turn. Father Patrick.
Father Patrick is going to hop up. And when I say hop up, I mean he's going to like lean on the sword like a cane for a minute and do like the old man stand.
Okay.
And then he is going
This
to...
is American Man Stand.
I resemble that remark.
And then he is going to
stand.
just swing in with the sword. First one is a 14.
14 unfortunately misses.
The second one is a 15.
15 unfortunately misses as well.
It's probably because I'm standing right in front of him. So, my bad. I'll move
Honestly,
next time.
wait, hang on. Father Patrick, Noah, Martin, Exo are all flanking him here. So so go ahead and give me those 2 attack rolls since everybody's like, let's just get as close as we can. Like,
All right. 19.
19 hits. Nope.
9 damage.
That 19 hits. Yeah, 9 damage.
Well, I rolled that one at advantage. It was
What
like a
kind of
5.
damage is that?
That is just slashing.
Slashing damage. The sword cuts a good-sized chunk into the size of this Warforged. Now, we go back to the top of the initiative order. Zach.
Excuse you, sir.
Oh, wait,
I would
I'm
like to
sorry.
use my bonus action, if you don't mind.
I apologize. I'm so sorry.
Should.
Father Patrick, what would you like to do with your bonus action?
I'm going to use my bonus action to reach over to Noah and cast Shield of Faith. His
Absolutely.
AC goes up by 2.
Yep. You get a little +2 bonus.
Thank you.
Are you
Then I'm done.
Are you done?
I am. Thank you for checking before just moving on.
Sorry.
I know I know I rolled a 1 in initiative, but like, damn.
You're right. I'm sorry. That's on me. Zach, whenever you're ready.
So we're gonna try and take a couple shots at range with the hand crossbows.
Do it.
2 attacks per action plus bonus action to attack as well.
Yep. Shoom, shoom, shoom.
20 to hit, a lot to hit, and 13.
The lot to hit and the 20 to hit. The 13 does not.
Okay. First one is 8.
Okay.
Second is 11.
Okay.
And for my 2 hits with Hunter's Mark, it's an additional 5.
Oof a doof. Pretty big beefy hit. As that happens, the life behind Retriever calms down a little bit. You see them sort of flipping off whatever switch sent them into a rage, and he's like, "You're right, this is your bounty, and I really shouldn't get in the way of your bounty." And like immediately just kind of like puts his hands up and things of that sort, and just starts going like, I forgot, decorum, parlay, Yahtzee, You have you have rights and claims to it. Perhaps if you're not using the man, I can take that part.
The terms will be discussed with the when we turn it in.
Understood.
But I feel like you owe us a little bit of compensation for getting in our way.
Well, not and the damage to our captor.
Yeah,
Captive.
it was supposed to be a
Sorry.
clean sweep, man.
Sorry, you said you want the man
Yes.
as opposed to
The bounty?
Just gonna
the
dismiss the sword.
same thing.
The sword.
Bounty's on the sword?
No, the bounty's on the celestial.
Which one?
The sword.
What sword?
Looks at Father
Who's
Patrick.
on first?
Retriever's head explodes in a puff of logic. No, Retriever looks at all of you, Zach, and sort of nods his head. He reaches to his pouch. A little side compartment opens up at the side, and he will basically hand over. This is so weird because they kind of use money here. A wad of 20s. He passes out $300 to you. He goes, "This is my last take. This should be fine."
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Now get out of our way.
He nods his head, looks at the group, and just sort of slowly backs away as the crowd just goes, it's over, and immediately goes back. As someone new, they've stolen everything from that booth that had been destroyed, and someone new is already setting up shop in that space, as this is wont to happen.
Shall we continue?
I think Father Patrick owes us a bit of an explanation.
I actually have no idea about this one. And that's not just me dodging the question. I have no idea what that's about. But we're going to find out together at some point, and it is going to be very bad.
Let me see your sword. No.
No.
My wife's calling. I gotta go, guys.
My wife's calling. I gotta go, guys.
Your wife's calling. I gotta go, guys.
What sword?
Did you not see the very bright sword?
No. Yeah, but
Are you
You
trying
got-
to ask where to go?
yeah.
I'm actually not sure. I just know that when I do this, and I'll just like grab it out of thin air,
Yeah.
and then when I do this and just like chuck it over my shoulder and it disappears again.
I've
you
seen this
know-
anime.
I don't know what that is.
It's probably pornography.
Oh my god.
So, are you okay? Looking at Father Patrick.
Turns just like covered in bruises. I'm fine.
So anyway, Noah reaches out and do we know how much damage you've taken or anything?
I mean,
Did he take
if I were
damage?
gonna give you a scale on 1 to 38, I would be like a 15.
Gotcha.
No,
Hey,
Noah,
Go ahead.
are you doing something, Big Mike?
Well, I mean,
Or
you know,
Martin?
I was gonna. If he needs healing, I'm like trying to make myself useful as a healer when he's been doing all the healing. Gosh darn it!
Well, make yourself useful already.
Well, I was trying to. No, I
You
don't
see
want
Noah
to.
and Martin
Now
are
I'm
arguing back and
embarrassed.
forth. Oh, you can do it, Martin. I have faith in you.
I'm just gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Son of a biscuit!
Never. Martin has an existential crisis. Father Patrick,
What am
physician,
I gonna do if I've got nothing to do?
heal thyself. Yeah, you're good. You're all healed up.
All right, I suspect we should probably move away from this area, just real quick.
Yeah. To which area did you leave the chalice in?
We gotta find the Weavers first. So
Oh.
wherever they are at the time. after 7 years, some things like decide to change every now and then.
That's valid.
I know where they might be.
If you had your own phone, you could call him.
That's true, but as you can see, technology and like points a thumb at Retriever, and I don't get along very well.
Exo, give him a phone that works.
I'm just. gonna
Hi,
go
I'm your
with
phone.
maybe.
I work because apparently tech doesn't work around you.
So, and I
Maybe-
might have missed it. Did Zach know who the Weavers are?
Yes, Zach knows who the Weavers are.
Yeah, I was just about to suggest.
Exo,
is that-
do you hand him a phone?
I tried. He walked away from it.
I didn't know if
I'll-
you tried again.
For
Well,
fun. You know
I'll
what?
explain that. Our
For
phones
shiggles, let's
work.
give it a shot.
Exo extends a phone out to you, Father Patrick.
I'm just going to gingerly take it with 2 fingers.
Unclean! The hand comes down and slams the phone into the ground. As Father Patrick takes the phone and just slams it into the ground.
Okay, note to self: don't give him your phone.
I have saved your immortal soul.
It's okay. I've got extras. Like,
Anything.
need another one?
Yeah, let's try it again. Give him another one.
All right, here you go.
Oh no.
No? This one?
Try
No?
it again.
Unclean! The phone ignites when it
20
hits
minutes
the
of her
ground.
handing him phones, and he's got this pile of phones. Like,
Finally, the one that he will accept as a jitterbug.
Noah, Zach, Martin, while this exchange is happening, you see a small goblin pack up as many Nokias as it can from its booth and just leave this area. Like, as this,
I need to know he's making a house with all those bricks.
yeah.
there's no way he's going to be able to break a Nokia. There's just no way. And we leave. Let's go. All right.
There you go. Thank you.
Father Patrick, you begin to navigate the bustling streets. It has changed a lot over the years, but the bare bones are here for the new Underdark. You head over past some of the shops and things of that sort as you start moving into sort of the warehouse district, Zach, like the places where a lot of things are stored. The guards give you stink eye as a lot of them are just sort of outside of their buildings, being told to keep watch over the wares that make up a lot of the booths that you see. But near the end of all of these areas, you would see one warehouse that's sort of tucked away into the back that is tagged from holy hell and back. There's symbols all over it in all sorts of different languages and things of that sort. From inside, you see the flashing lights of some sort of light system that's in effect, and an individual sits outside. The individual is clad in blue jeans, white shirt, and a leather jacket. He's wearing a black Chuck Taylor Converse on one foot and a red Chuck Taylor Converse on the other. He's got a baseball bat in front of him and is just twirling the bat like between two hands, like sitting on this chair. And he's listening to his iPod that you think is an iPod until you get close and realize it's a Zune. He's jamming out to some music which has some very distinctive ska melodies that are coming forth from this Zune. As you come out, as you come up, he takes the headphones out and looks up at you. He's a handsome man, probably a teenager. You can't tell if he's in his late teens or early 20s. Father Patrick, you recognize him immediately as Atticus. One of the individuals here that was here back in the day. And as Atticus looks up at you, he stands up and hefts the bat on his shoulders and goes, "Holy crap. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned plenty."
Of course you have. Come here. And I'm just going to go in for a hug.
Yeah, he comes in close and gives you a big hug, taps the bat on your back, and then uses it to gesticulate, pointing at Noah, Zach, Martin, and Exo. He goes, "Who's this?"
These are some friends, sort of, I suppose. Technically, I think they're escorts, or maybe prison guards. I'm not actually sure what we're calling. What are we calling you?
I'm Martin.
Bless him.
Atticus shifts the bat over to where Zach is.
Martin, honey, I don't think that's what he meant.
That's the way to call ourselves. What
What's
do you call yourself?
That's not. He
Are you?
He's asking if we were escorts or guards.
You look familiar as he points the bat at Zach. Are you a hunter?
Yeah.
All right. And he just kind of shifts about the space. He's like, I don't get it. You're gone for 7 years. You show up with bodyguards or escorts. Why?
We just got him out of jail.
He looks over at you, Martin, and then his eyes go wide and he smiles real big. He goes, the cup. You're not out yet? They sprung you?
Well, I mean, okay, so we actually are supposed to bring it back to them.
He's just kind of thinking about this for a little bit, and kind of looking at the group. Oh man. All right.
He's joining us too. That's awesome.
He goes underneath the chair and kicks out a crate box, essentially. Hey, Batty Catty. Atticus kicks the crate box out for a second. As the crate box comes out, he goes, drop your weapons.
What do you consider a weapon?
He holds the bat up and just gives you this deep kind of lopsided grin. He points over at Noah's hammer. He points over at Zach's crossbow. He swings it back around to Martin and kind of scans him up and down a little bit. Martin, do you have any weapons on you?
Do I?
Do you?
I do yes.
Okay. He kind of points at the crate. He goes, you're going to go in. You're going to talk to the boss because he's going to want to either hug or kick this guy's ass, and points over at Father Patrick. And he goes, if it's a weapon, leave it in the box. If they catch you with anything in there or you start casting spells, you're going to have a bad time. Trust me on this.
Alex is going to drop a little dagger, like a little pocket knife sized dagger into this box.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, who's the boss? And she's going to resist really hard making finger guns. Just, it might not work. It might not stick.
As you go okay, who's the boss? He goes, Leah. He's moved up in the ranks. Atticus comes in and he goes, welcome, and boom, boom, slams the bat on the door. Instead of the two doors opening, the front of the warehouse comes and basically breaks open. And you see a big sign up at the top that says Camp Nowhere, that's written in spray paint on a white bed sheet, that's just sort of spread out as the door opens up to the gigantic half pipe, as you smell the smells of junk food and cotton candy and pizza, Hot Pockets, and things of this sort. So this smells like your van after a particularly gnarly weekend. As it opens up, you see at least 200 children stop playing the myriad of video game systems that are kind of spread throughout, bean bags and things of that sort. They stop skating on the half pipe that's in the center of the space, as an individual begins to walk forward. Very tall, very angular in feature, and somewhat grayish skin. As they begin to walk forward with every step, you see them changing their appearance as they walk forward. At first you see Kurt Cobain. Poof, on the first step, and then poof, Alanis Morissette, and then poof, you see a really quick where's the beef lady? It's just this weird pop culture mash. Then it's a poof, a real life looking like Bart Simpson, poof, and constantly changing the Noid from the old Domino's commercials and things of that sort. It's just a poof, poof, poof. Every step is this odd pop culture sort of person as they comes forward. Walking across the half pipe as everybody is frozen in place, just watching this. Martin.
I'm gonna yell at, hey, my mom gave me this crossbow, and I don't want to leave it. Is it okay? Because she would be really mad if I lost it.
Atticus looks past you all over towards Leah, and Leah shakes his head no. And Atticus taps the bat on the box.
I was going to ask, how common is it to be leaving weapons at the door? Is this something Noah would? I mean, Noah's pretty attached to the gift from his father.
You don't have to drop it in the box, but you just don't know how receptive they're going to be to you.
You all would have watched Zach pull his myriad of weapons off of him and drop them in the box.
But my mom gave me this, and if I lose it, she's gonna be very upset.
If
They're
Zach's
usually
doing it,
really
you
good at
do it.
holding them. I promise they won't lose it.
Yeah, if Zach's doing it, it's fine.
Cross my
He's
heart and hope to die. Atticus takes a finger and just kind of crosses his heart.
That doesn't mean as much as you think it does. He's sort of depressed.
I'll put it in there.
He blows a kiss over to Father Patrick.
I'll like walk backwards from into the room, like just watching the box.
Yep.
Just walking backwards in.
Is
Ding.
Atticus coming in or staying outside?
No, Atticus is sitting in the chair with the box in front of him. He takes the bat and he's just kind of scoping out the area. As soon as the two gates open, and Leah's walking forward, you see this flurry of movement from the outer stretches of the area, almost as if these figures have been waiting and laying in wait the entire time. Individuals but clad in sort of black armor and things of that sort that just come pouring out of the shadows. Atticus smiles big and cranks up the volume on the Zune and just strides forward into this as Blitzkrieg Bop begins to play very loud over the headphones, so loud enough that you can hear it. And in a short amount of time, nobody else moves in the space as all of your weapons are there, and everybody instinctively lurches forward. Atticus delights in this dance of misery with this baseball bat. These 12 individuals that come forward that are looking for their opportunity, just waiting for the doors to open, he moves through them, and it's less of a combat and more of a dance as the bat smashes kneecaps, faces, breaks backs, and Atticus's white t-shirt by the end of it is covered in red droplets, but there is none on the leather jacket. Atticus has all of that happen, hits one more individual that's on the ground, and then immediately goes and sits in the chair, turns back and smiles at you, Wolf, and you see blood covering his face and the white shirt, and he goes, "Your weapons will be just fine."
Noah puts his maul in the box.
Yeah.
Do you need a towel?
No.
Okay.
He takes a finger and wipes, takes his hand and kind of wipes the blood, and then just very obviously, like looking over at you and just sort of winking, like licks the blood off of the fingers and things of that sort.
If that's okay, we're gonna.
Find me on MySpace.
He shouldn't put that bullet in his mouth. It's very unsanitary. Several diseases and bloodborne. He doesn't. That should not do that. He definitely should not have done that.
Yeah, what's your name on MySpace? I'll add you.
What's my name?
He goes, Fallout Boy 69.
I tried so hard.
And he gives a wink in your direction. He's like, "It's also my live journal," and just gives you a little wink as you all begin to move into the space.
Hey Google.
Leah walks forward to where you are, Father Patrick.
Does Leah continue to go through the changes?
They do. Once they leave the half pipe, you notice that everybody's watching Leah and enjoying the heck out of this. This is a show put on not for you, but for them. It's a way to maintain their attention, because as soon as it stops, they go back, and it's almost like this culture of like, you need to continually do this and continually change and give them some sort of input, or they're going to stop. And the minute they stop changing, the kids go back to skating on the half pipe, to playing video games, to talking as Leah comes forward. Blank expression on their face as they walk up to Father Patrick. You gonna say anything?
Well, I mean, I thought I would let you, since you've moved up and you were the leader, I thought I would it seemed respectful to let you do it first. But if you'd like, I can say something first. It's really up to you here, how you'd like that to go.
How many children found their way here because you helped them find their way?
I mean, we could start counting, but that seems a little showboat.
With the promise of you telling them that it didn't matter how many monsters lived here in the Underdark. It didn't matter how many creatures lurked about the space. That you were going to stick around.
Yep.
Was that audible?
Yes.
Thank you.
You were a legend here. You beat the boogeyman.
Yep. And I have not forgiven myself a single day for being away.
There's this tension that's building between Father Patrick and Leah, as Leah's obviously in some sort of emotional distress here. Their features reset to the gray skin, white hair of a changeling.
I'm not here to stay for very long this time, unfortunately. Probably going to be gone for a little while, actually. Technically another 23 years. It's up in the air.
Yeah, if you help us, you'll be back sooner.
It's not particularly helpful at the moment.
You want the chalice.
I don't really have a choice in asking for it at the moment.
We don't have it anymore. We bargained with it. For protection.
It would have kept you safe.
I understand. But it was something to use. You know we don't like magic here. But I know somebody who knows where it is.
Alright.
You want to know who knows?
I do.
Your sister. That's where we're going to end tonight's episode. Welcome to your new arc, kids. We got 4 or 5 episodes into this one, and we're going to chase that chalice as we dive throughout the new Underdark and parts unknown. Welcome, Magnoth, as Father Patrick, to the group. Some fun mysteries to explore and things of that sort. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. We're gonna see you next time, next Wednesday, as we continue on with the Chase the Cup arc. I'm so glad I got to introduce Atticus into this. I've been looking for the right place, and that was
I'm so excited.
This is perfect. But we love you, Indigo Connect. We're gonna heart hands out. Thank you for everybody donating subscriptions and whatnot. Batty Catty, I love you so much, and we'll see you next time. Take it easy. Love you.